2025 Harley-Davidson Cruiser lineup. Big torque, bold looks, and smarter tech. Harley-Davidson is turning heads again in 2025, and not just because of that eye-catching Mystic Shift color. This deep, chameleon-like paint job is a $1,200 factory option on the Lowrider S, and honestly, worth every penny. Especially if it happens to match your helmet, like mine did. But let's skip the fluff and jump into what really matters, the heart of these machines, the Milwaukee-Eight 117 V-Twin. Meet the Milwaukee-Eight 117, now in 3 flavors. For 2025, Harley's Milwaukee-Eight 117 gets split into 3 unique tunes, and each tune powers a different pair of softail cruisers. Classic tune, found on the Street Bob and Heritage Classic, this version makes 98 horsepower and 120 lb-ft of torque. That's a nice 4% boost in horsepower and a small torque bump over the previous 114 engine. It's got the round air cleaner, which makes it easy to spot. Custom tune. This one powers the Breakout and Fat Boy, with a solid 104 horsepower and 126 lb-ft of torque. You're looking at an 11% power bump and 6% more torque than last year's model. The new airbox is 50% bigger too. This is the one you want if bold style and punchy torque are your thing. High output tune, reserved for the Lowrider S and Lowrider ST. It cranks out 114 horsepower and 128 lb-ft of torque, giving you an 11 horsepower and 3 lb-ft edge over the 2024 version. This setup keeps the minimalist, performance-first Dyna spirit alive and kicking. All engines now feature the Grand Touring upgrades from 2023-24, 4-valve heads, higher compression, 10.3:1 oval intake ports, better fuel economy, and more power. Even the frame-mounted oil cooling system and larger throttle bodies carry over. Basically, these bikes breathe better, run harder, and stay cooler. Oh, and in case you're wondering, they're all €5 plus compliant, so no worries about emissions. Rider safety gets a big upgrade. This year, Harley goes all in on tech, especially when it comes to safety. Every 2025 Cruiser now comes with 3 ride modes: Rain, Road, and Sport, each enhanced by a 6-axis IMU. That means smarter systems like cornering ABS/CBS, cornering traction control (CTCS), cornering drag torque slip control (CDSCS). Harley let us test these features in a sand-covered parking lot with a Street Bob mounted on outriggers. It's a weird experience, riding on a loose surface, feet up, trusting the electronics to keep you upright. But it really showed how these systems balance lean angle, throttle, and torque. Each ride mode changes power delivery, traction control, ABS, and engine braking. Rain and road modes feel similar across the board, but sport mode varies noticeably depending on which engine tune you're working with. The high-output bikes even get an extra 300 RPM, taking redline up to 5,900 RPM. More goodies across the board. Let's talk convenience. Every 2025 Cruiser comes with cruise control, tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS, USB-C charging port, a redesigned 4-inch analog/LCD combo display, new switchgear that keeps controls functional without clutter. It's nice to see Harley balancing old-school cool with modern tech, without turning their bikes into sci-fi projects. Suspension tweaks, sort of. No big changes in suspension travel here, about 5 inches up front, and 3.4 to 4.4 inches in the rear, depending on the model. What did change, though, is the spring type. Harley swapped out the old progressive springs for straight-rate ones. Why? Better balance between spring response and damping performance, they say. We'll get to how that feels in just a bit. First ride impressions, 6 bikes, 2 days. We had a chance to try all 6 of these cruisers over a 2-day ride in Austin, Texas. It wasn't a full track test, but we got a solid feel for the lineup's vibe, power, and comfort. Without diving deep into each one, that's for a future post, here are some quick impressions. Street Bob classic tune, still stripped back and cool. The added power is noticeable, And with the ride modes, it's a better daily cruiser than ever. Heritage Classic Tune, feels refined, smooth, and balanced. With the safety tech and decent suspension travel, it's surprisingly versatile. Breakout Custom Tune, looks fast, feels fast. You really feel the bigger airbox and extra torque. Not built for tight twisties, but perfect for boulevard runs. Fat Boy Custom Tune, heavy, but in a good way. The Custom Tune gives it the muscle it deserves, and it looks as iconic as ever. Low Rider S High Output Tune, the standout. Pure performance, clean looks, and now with ride modes and better tech, it's basically a modern Dyna with brains. Low Rider ST High Output Tune adds wind protection and bags to the Low Rider S formula. If you want performance and long-distance comfort, this one checks all the boxes. Final thoughts. Harley's 2025 Cruiser lineup isn't a revolution, but it is a well-executed evolution. You get more power, more tech, better control, and custom tuning that makes each model feel a bit more tailored to its purpose. Whether you're into stripped-down bobbers, long-haul classics, or muscle-bound boulevard bruisers, there's something here for you. With features like the 6-axis IMU, updated electronics, and new switchgear, Harley's showing that they're not stuck in the past. They're just bringing the past along for one hell of a ride.